No.
Det er vi live.
Yep. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, another session of Dungeons & Dragons role-playing with the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. I am Ty Johnston, the Dungeon Master for the evening, and I'll let the players we've got with us introduce themselves and their characters real quick. Matthew, go ahead.
I am playing Elwyn, the Wood Elf monk, who is a bit different than his family, who, he prefers the solitude and to discipline himself and put himself into training for purpose. But that purpose usually ends up just finding bad guys to fight and beat them up.
That's rather superhero-ish almost.
Yeah.
Okay, Christopher?
Yeah, I'm playing a Stuart Latman. He's a human holy fighter now. The thing he wants right now is revenge of his mother's death, but the way to kill the person who killed his mother, he needs to be better, and that's why he takes some new quest. He needs to prepare himself, get new friends, be ready to next time he meet his rival. And he got a plate mail now, or plate armor, so he's really tough and he loves his pipe.
Wow. So what's his armor class now?
18.
Oh, okay. He's gone up then.
It costs a lot.
Oh, yeah, I know. Plate mail costs a whole bunch of money. That's a big jump. Well, tonight's adventure, I'm going to try to do a couple of screen shares if I can. If it will let me. It looks like it is. Okay, tonight's adventure. Can you guys see that map?
Yeah.
Okay. Tonight's adventure actually starts in the town of Andoterion, which is over here. It's roughly 100 miles east of Illumina. And you guys are brought to the guild hall in Andoterion, and you'll actually Storm might have even already been in Andoterion from the last adventure.
Yeah, probably.
No,
but yeah, and I'll probably go back to Lumina and back in to get my armor. But
yeah. Oh,
anyway.
yeah. That's right. Ellen might have been there too, or I can't remember.
Elwyn came down from the mountains and joined up with the group that was going to the monastery before they took him over to Lumia to join the guild.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Pincus and Illumina has sent you to Andoterion, and there is a guild hall in Andoterion. Let me see. And it is the guild hall there is led by a human named Federo. I'm trying to see. Just in case anybody's not seen it, this is if it comes up, there's a map of what Andoterion looks like. So it's a lot smaller than Illumina. Sometimes it gets called a city, but it's really just more of a town than anything.
Well, the place I visited was more of a hutch. It was just tents and walls.
Yeah, Malut, my hometown.
Yeah.
A home village.
Yeah, that would be. I think that's up this way, up to the northwest, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
But so there's Endoterion. You guys are starting there, and Federal will basically tell you. For those who don't know, the guild is being sued, and the leaders of the guild are facing criminal charges after a battle that took place at Endoterion. It's probably been a few months ago now. During the battle, there was some damage to the town, and there were a number of city or town watch members who were killed. And excuse me. In general, the townsfolk and the leadership of the town didn't have a problem with the guild. In fact, were proclaiming them as heroes for saving the town from the forces of the Dark Queen. But a certain merchant named Tannister felt otherwise, and he went to Illumina and filed his lawsuit and pressed for charges against the guild leaders. And one of the council members in Illumina appointed a three-judge tribunal basically to look into everything. And Tannister himself is currently in jail after he apparently did some business with the Dark Queen himself, or at least that's what he's being accused of, anyway. And the reason our mighty adventurers tonight have come to Endoterion is because there are 3 witnesses, people who were at the battle, who are willing to testify in favor of the guild. But unfortunately, just a few days ago, there were 5 witnesses, but 2 of them have mysteriously died, so there's only 3 left. And our adventurers tonight are to escort these 3 to Illumina, hopefully keeping them alive all the way. And where they're supposed to take them, this is the map of Illumina. And where the 3 witnesses need to go is down here in the bottom southeast corner. There's a little building down here, which the guild actually owns, and it's kind of a safe house. You will be told that this building has a front as an herbalist and a woodcutters. So there are people who sort of work there as a cover during the week, but they will be gone now, pulled out, since this is going to be used as a safe house. And that's where you need to take the 3 witnesses. Let's see. Where am I here? I guess I can stop doing this. Store the Savior. Yeah, right. And let's see. As you're out the guild hall,
Or like store the guy who lets the monk tank for him.
Oh gosh, maybe. When you guys are at the guild hall, a number of city guards will, or town guards will come forward, and they're going to bring the 3 witnesses to you. One of the witnesses is an older woman named Ilana. She is a midwife by trade, and she was at the battle and saw things there. Is a fan of the guild. Another is an older man named Rex, who is a cooper. He basically builds barrels and other kinds of woodwork around the town. And the last of the 3 witnesses is actually a town guard himself. It's a fellow who's about 30-ish. His name is Corporal Woods, and he'll have leather armor and a short sword and a dagger. So maybe you can depend on him in a fight if it comes down to it.
He can watch the middle.
He can do that, or he can play the tank, maybe. And he has the helmet. He does have a metal helmet on. And Federo will give you guys, not permanently, but let you borrow a wagon with a couple of draft horses on the front of it. And Corporal Woods will offer to drive or to steer. And that's pretty much cutting to the chase. That's pretty much it. Any questions or any little bit of role play anybody wants to do in town or anything?
My guy's that's not very talkative.
Yeah, I think Store had taught enough.
Okay. Federo will also tell you. Federo will also tell you guys that once you get to the safe house in Illumina, that you will just need to stay one night, overnight, there with the people to protect them, and that the next day you will be relieved because other guild members will be coming to take your place. So it's not like you have to stay there permanently once you get these people there. And he'll also go ahead and give each of you 25 gold apiece for now, in case you should need the money on the road or anything. Or in case you need to, I don't remember if Store's got a horse.
I have a mule.
No, that's right.
I sold it. I don't have a mule. I sold it.
Okay.
To get my plate mail.
Yeah, you need every gold piece when it comes to that plate mail.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, as long as you guys are ready, then the three witnesses, Alana, Rex, and Corporal Woods, are ready to go.
Yeah. When we riding in the car, I just asked them about the stories and to see about, I remember about how true it really is. Because I was there, so I probably know.
Oh, see if they, yeah, Alana definitely remembers. She remembers a barrel catching fire and exploding, and Rex kind of laughs. He's like, "Yeah, I made that barrel myself." And Corporal Woods is like, "Oh," he's sort of, when you start talking about the battle, he's kind of excited. He's like, "Oh yeah, it was awesome! All the arrows flying and the front gates getting smashed in and everything. The fire, it was awesome."
Aylwin is sitting at the back of the cart, watching the flank, seeing if anyone's coming up. Gonna jump out from behind.
Give me a. I'll say you guys are on the road traveling now. Give me a perception roll.
Both?
Nah, whoever's looking behind. Well, you can. Yeah, Store can if he wants to.
I have a passive of 15, so I'll just keep that.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay, you got
really low.
Well, you got a 7, but your passive is 15 also. Yeah. So eventually you would probably notice. After you guys have been on the road for a few hours, you can tell that way behind you, like, you come up to the top of a hill, and you can tell, like, probably at least a mile or maybe even further back, there are some riders, it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell, maybe a half dozen or so on horseback that are sort of heading in your direction. But they don't seem to be in a hurry or anything like that. And it is a public road. I mean, you do pass people every so often, so they might not be anybody.
Yeah.
Or they could be assassins planning on killing you. Either one.
My guy will note it but not say anything, because that's how he is.
Okay. All right. And you also notice when you're on the road that Corporal Woods has a habit. He takes out, he's got this sack that is like pretty heavy and kind of weighed down. And this sack is full of sunflower seeds. And every now and then he just pops a few in his mouth, chews them for a while, then spits out the shells on the side of the road. And he'll hold the bag up if anybody wants some. You're more than welcome to have some sunflower seeds.
I tell him that maybe you should stop for a little while because you're leaving a trail.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll stop for a while. Maybe an hour or so, and then he'll, almost like he doesn't even think of it, like it's a habit. He'll, somebody's jumped in. He'll go ahead and start doing it again, like he's not thinking of it or whatever. But if you tell him to stop again, he'll stop. But like I said, he seems to forget it after a while.
Yeah.
So do we have another player?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. When you get this old, you tend to fall asleep. And not wake up on time.
Okay. Is this Daryl?
Yes.
Okay. Daryl's playing Rylar, a half-elf cleric. You've not really missed much. If Daryl, if you've read the introduction to the game, you guys have to take 3 witnesses from the town of Endoterion to a safe house in Illumina, and the party has just left Endoterion. Within the gaming world, it probably would have only been a few hours have passed since they left. So Rylar can run into them on the road, no problem. He was being sent to Endoterion to help with this mission.
He just missed the wagon because he overslept, so he had to walk.
But yeah, they've got a wagon with 2 draft horses, and the witnesses are Ilana, which is an older woman, Rex, who's an older man, and then the third witness is actually Corporal Woods. He's one of the town guards in Illumina. And as we were just discussing, Corporal Woods has a habit of putting sunflower seeds in his mouth and spitting out the shells on the side of the road. And Aylwin, our monk, suggested he stop doing that because it left a trail behind him. And Woods stops for a while, but then after a little bit, he starts doing it again. It's just a habit. And you guys are riding forward, and you thought you saw somebody behind you, and now you see somebody in front of you, and it's a half-elf.
Yeah. But we would know who he is. He's a recently joined member. We've seen him around the guild hall, and
Yeah, he's a pretty new member, but yeah, you would have seen him in Illumina at the guild hall or around. And you guys are traveling along, and it's actually like perfect summer weather, not too hot, not too cool, little breeze blowing. It'd be good fishing or golf weather in another world. And
can I look for the riders?
yeah, sure. Go ahead, give me another perception roll.
Okay, that's a lot better. 19.
19. Yeah, they're still back there. Again, they don't seem to be in any kind of hurry, considering they're on horseback.
Can I see what they're wearing?
Not exactly, but with a 19, you can tell they are kind of large and bulky. You can tell that.
Yeah.
But again, they don't seem to be speeding up or slowing down.
Like, can I
Common.
tell if they're armored or not, or carrying weapons or not?
You can't tell for sure that they're armored, though you can guess they probably are, considering they look pretty big. As far as weapons go, you're too far away to see anything specific other than you can tell there are a couple of spears, just because they're tall and they're sticking up as they're riding along.
Yeah.
I mean, really, at their distance from you, you're not seeing much more than shapes instead of actually what they are.
Yeah.
The common sense would tell you, since they seem to be on horseback and you guys are in a cart, that they should be able to catch up with you fairly quickly if they wanted to. Again, it may not be anything.
I suggest to the guard that if he maybe he should pick up the pace a little.
Okay. He'll stuff his mouth full of sunflower seeds and snap the reins and get going a little bit. And you can tell, you got a 19 earlier and you've got a good passive perception. You can tell after a while that the horse riders that were like a mile behind you they're falling behind. They're either forgetting about you, or they're stopping, or you guys are they're still going slow and you guys are pulling ahead. But they eventually fall behind, and it may take an hour or so, but you'll eventually lose sight of them over hills and stuff. And now it's starting to get later. You've traveled a pretty good distance throughout the day, and you're probably not quite halfway to Illumina after a day's travel. But it's starting to get dark. I'm guessing you guys will set up watches for the night.
I suggest to Store, if he can take the first 4 hours. I only need to meditate for 4 hours, so you can sleep after that.
Yeah, sure. I don't take it for
Okay.
Yeah.
Corporal Woods offers to sit up also, but if you guys have got it taken care of, he'll be fine sleeping too. And let's see, so who's got first watch? Store?
I hand my extra water skin over to the witnesses if they're thirsty or not, because me not looking up what's actually in an explorer's pack didn't realize that I actually had a water skin already. So now I have two.
Well, they'll thank you, but they actually did bring a little bit of food and water with them. But
Yeah.
if you're just looking to get rid of a water skin, somebody.
No, I'm offering it to them because if they they need to stay hydrated and all that.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, they'll thank you, but again,
Yeah.
they've got food and some water with them.
So I'm gonna drink from my water skin and have a day's rations, and then go meditate for 4 hours.
Okay. So do you have first? Does Elwyn have first watch then?
No, Store has first watch, and
Store.
then I'm going to cover for him after I'm done meditating.
Okay. It's getting. Store, I'm not even going to make you run roll of perception for this because you'll hear it. Everybody's been asleep or either meditating for a couple of hours. It's not quite midnight yet, but it's getting close to it. And to the north of the road, you hear a huge, just smashing sound, like wood being, like trees being knocked over, and you hear a great big mighty roar, almost like a scream of rage.
Oh boy.
And anybody who's asleep, give me a perception roll. If you get better than a 10, this wakes you up. This noise wakes you up.
I'm still snoring.
I snap out of meditation.
Yeah, you.
I
Go
guess my nap wasn't over yet.
You're having sweet dreams.
Man, oh my goodness.
When you wake up to this roaring sound, bestial roaring sound, and it sounds of splintering wood, and you don't know how anybody could sleep through this, but you look over and there's Rylar, half-elf, curled up, napping away. And,
I take his foot.
And surprisingly, 2 out of the 3 witnesses are also asleep. The Corporal Wood suddenly jumps up and pulls out his short sword, like, what the heck's going on? And
I say to him, you stay here, we'll check it out. You have to watch over the 2 sleeping people. If anyone comes near, yell for us. And
just as you say that, Rylar, you get woken up because Aelwyn kicked you.
All right, yay!
And he's the monk, so you really felt it. No, you're not
okay.
going to.
Right, getting up, massaging my left thigh. I get up and I don't even say anything to him. I just look kind of ashamed, and I kind of like nodded.
well, I just kicked the bottom of his foot.
I know.
I'm dexterous, but I'm not very strong. I only have 12 in strength, so it jolts him awake, but it shouldn't hurt him.
Well, as Rylar's climbing to his feet, and Aelwyn's getting ready to rush off to find out what's going on, this sound gets closer. I mean, it becomes obvious to you something big and heavy and loud is tearing through the woods coming in your direction.
I'd rather yell back and walk against it.
You're doing what?
I'd rather roar back and yell against it.
Okay.
So I know if I yell, it probably comes to me, so I can lure it away for the people that are sleeping.
Are you guys going to rush into the darkness of the woods, or are you going to wait for it to come to you?
I'm gonna walk straight ahead.
Is it within 60 feet? Because I have dark vision, so if it...
Yes. It's back in the woods, kind of the thickness of the woods, and it's night, but yeah, you can see. It is a big, huge, bulky, humanoid-shaped figure, about 10 feet tall, and it's carrying what appears to be a great club or a giant club, whatever you want to call it, and it's just tearing through the woods with this club, knocking smaller trees aside.
I point him out and I tell Store, we can't let him near the civilians. We have to push it back because it's coming towards us.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast light on my ground.
Okay.
My ground is my friend too.
As soon as your light spell goes off, this thing roars that much louder, and it starts trying to tear faster. It's only moving about half of what you guess its normal movement is, but it starts coming directly towards where the light spell went off.
I'm gonna run straight ahead against that one.
Okay.
So it's not that smart.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. It's going to bust through the trees, and you guys can guess. You've heard stories if you've not actually ever met one, and some of you are a little experienced. This is probably an ogre or maybe a very young hill giant, one or the other. But it's big, or a really big orc. But yeah, it's about 10 feet tall. It's dressed in hides and skins and that kind of thing. And I guess we'll roll for initiative. Yeah, you can put it in the chat if you want to.
I have 12.
Okay. Rylar, what's your dex?
I have a very crappy dex, and it is, yeah, that's my dump stat. I have 8.
Okay, then Aylwin, you'll get to go first. I know as a monk you've got a good dex.
Yep.
And literally, this thing it's just knocked aside another tree, and it's right in the edge of the forest and the road and the camp light. And it's not, probably Store is the closest one to it, or you're all within about 15 feet of it.
Oh yeah, I have 45 movement because I'm a wood elf and a monk, so I have great speed. So I am going to move around it because I know Store is going to charge it straight forward. So I'm going to move my great movement to go around to it and attack its back.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
two-fist attacks.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I have 18 and I have 12.
Both hit.
That's 7 and 6, so that's 13 bashing damage.
Okay. Your fists fly in and hit this guy in the back. He grunts, and now it's Rylar's turn.
All right. All right, here we go. Just striking with a mace. All right, and a +2 to that. That'd be an 18.
Okay, that hits.
All right. Damage incoming, sir. And that will be a +2. All right.
Oh.
Next damage.
All right, that's a good solid hit from your mace. And now it's Store's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and try to flank it with my monk. Do I get advantage then? Or
Yeah,
do I get
sure.
advantage then? Okay. And attack with my pike. How big is it? It's like
It's about 10 foot tall.
It's definitely a large creature.
large creature? Oh, okay.
Because large creatures are usually over 8 feet.
11? No, just wait. I'm gonna use my one of my what do you call it? I'm gonna use a D8 to try to add to my attack. So that is 4 plus 5 plus 6. That is 15 to 50.
You definitely stab him with your pike.
Okay. And I'm gonna hit my damage. 8 plus 4, 12 damage. Piercing.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him and a squirt of blood goes up and he howls out in pain. And now it's his turn. And he's going to lift up that big club he's got. And looking around, he still sees that light spell. So he's going to take a swing with that big club at Store, and he'll miss. It goes right over your head, just missing you. So we're back to the top of the round, and Elwin, it's your go again.
Okay. Feeling good from those hits, he's going to try and do a Fury of Blows, so
Okay.
that gives him an extra fist attack. So that's 16 and 21
Both hit.
and a 14.
That hits too. Those flying fists are pounding.
So that's... And so all three of those attacks do 18 bashing.
Oh, yeah. You've definitely done some damage to him. Rylar, it's now your turn.
All right. Okay. That will be a 15, sir, total.
That'll do it.
All right, damage incoming. What's the other end of the spectrum? 3 points.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him so hard last time you were feeling sorry for him. Store, it's your shot again.
Yeah.
And this guy definitely looks beat up.
So is still advantage for the subflank, or just 1-1?
Just the one.
Okay.
He's easy to hit anyway. Ogres are easy to hit.
14?
That hits.
That is 14 damage. Yeah, we just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, you thrust forward with your pike, and it catches him right in the throat, and he kind of gurgles, and blood pours down your pike and shoots out of his neck a little bit, and then he falls backwards, almost on the monk, who nimbly jumps out of the way.
Slip out from underneath him.
Okay. And he crashes down on his back, and the ground shakes just a little bit. And as soon as that happens, Corporal Woods, who is standing up in the back of the wagon, puts away his short sword and gives you guys a clap.
And then I yell back to him, "Aren't you supposed to be watching the people?"
They are. They're right there with him. They're in the back of they're laying down. They're basically almost at his feet in the back of the wagon. They decided to sleep in the wagon tonight. So he's kind of standing over them. But he will kind of look around in the darkness of the woods to see if there's anything else. But there doesn't seem to be anything else at the moment. But you guys have a dead ogre now.
Do you have anything on him that worth something?
Really, he doesn't. He's got just his sort of armor, I guess you could call it, which is just hides and skin, and then he's got the giant club, and that's it. That's all he's got on him.
Can I use the flying club? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I just grab his body a bit away so it doesn't lay and get wolves to come middle of the night. So
Okay.
Yeah.
He's big and heavy, so it's going to take a while, even with strength. But yeah, you can eventually.
When
Yeah.
Store comes back, I tell him I still need to meditate for at least an hour so I can get my key back.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the rest of the night goes by uneventful. And in the morning, the sun comes up, and Ilana, the older woman, actually she has a pack, and she breaks out some cooking stuff, and she kind of makes breakfast for everybody.
Mm. So nothing happens when I take over watch?
No, the rest of the night.
Oh, then I'm just doing exercises and practicing my punches on the trees and all that near where the people are sleeping and keeping an eye out for any noise of that.
Okay. Well, like I said, the next morning, Alana will make everybody a breakfast. She has some flour and stuff, and she kind of makes sort of biscuits. And she even has a little bit of butter with her that she'll pass around. And then it's time to get back on the road again.
And before we take off, I tell the guard, when you eat your sunflower seeds, don't spit them onto the road. Just spit them into your hand and pile them on the seat next to you.
Oh, okay. He'll do that. He'll head out as he takes the reins and starts driving the cart down the road. He'll kind of put them in a little pile on the seat next to him.
And I'm watching behind us to see if the 6 riders are there again.
You don't see them now in the morning. So either they camped way back, or maybe they pulled off the road or something like that. But you don't see them there now. Going forward, the day is not quite as nice as it was the day before. It's still warm, but it's kind of, there are some gray clouds hanging overhead, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a storm or anything like that. So you guys can ride ahead. Are you guys? I'm just curious. Are you guys walking, or are you going to ride in the wagon?
I ride in the wagon because I take off my glove, and I'm gonna use my jewelry too to make my glove pretty.
Okay.
Why walk when there's a cart?
Oh, that's true, and there's plenty of room in it. All right. Well, you guys.
I would actually be walking on the side of the caravan as it's moving.
Okay.
Cautiously scanning on my side, just moving my head back and forth, just trying to get as much view as possible.
Okay. As you guys move along this day, there is a little bit of traffic. I mean, you guys are passing people. You know, there's farmers going to market or moving crops and things, because you're out in farm country for the most part. You know, and you occasionally will pass a merchant or something like that, somebody who's going to Endoterion from Illumina with goods or whatever. And you're getting towards the end of the day, you're getting close to Illumina. You could stop and camp again, or just a few more hours, but in the darkness, you could go ahead and go on to the safe house. So it's up to you guys what you want to do.
If we need to see, Store can cast light, so I'd say just go on to the safe house.
Okay. And Ellen, give me a perception roll.
Oh, critical fail.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't notice anything because of the clouds. It's gray and it's getting near dark. But you guys right on then. Corporal Woods will keep driving the horses, and let's see.
I'm gonna test light just to be sure we can see what we run into.
Okay, I'll show this again. I don't think Daryl was here earlier, so you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Illumina, and basically you guys would be coming in from the east over here, and the safe house where you have to take the 3 witnesses is down here. So you'll come riding down the side of the river, and there's not really a road here, but there is kind of a dirt path that's definitely people and wagons and stuff have definitely been using. And to repeat a little, this safe house is owned by the guild, and it's kind of a front as an herbalists and a woodcutters. So some of the forest around here has been cleared away. So there will be, at the building, there will be like some logs piled up on the northern side up here. And then behind it, back here, there's like a garden with herbs and things growing. And as you come up to it, you'll see there's an entrance in the front, sort of the southeastern side, and it's actually a two-story building, and it does look like people either live here or are here often, but they're not. As you guys were told back at the Guild Hall in Endotirion, they're not here now. So that this is for their safety and for the guilds. They've been pulled out, and this is for your guys' use for the witnesses now. So let's say it's about it's getting close to midnight, about 11ish, as you guys are riding up. You are close enough to the city that you can definitely see the lights, the fire lights and stuff like that, and then probably occasionally a little magical light. And you can definitely hear, the general kind of rumble of a city as you're that close. And you will notice that across the river, almost directly across the river, is a building. And for anyone who's spent any time in Illumina or happens to be from here, you'll know there's a ferryman lives here, and he takes people across back and forth, or people pay him to be taken across the river. But he's closed up shop for the night, so it's dark over there. And it's dark as you guys ride up to the building. No, turn that off. Stop. There. So it's pretty much dark all around.
So as we escort the people into the top floor.
I like to sweep the building first.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. You gonna kick in the front door or just try to open it?
Try to open it.
Okay. It is unlocked for you guys.
Alright.
And as you go in, give me or whoever is going inside, give me a perception roll.
Yeah. 1.
It's a house.
Ah.
You don't see anybody inside.
It's clear, I'll yell.
So I'll escort them to the top floor, and I tell Rylar, you'll stay up here with the people, and Store and me will be on the first floor, and that's where we'll do our our watch from.
Yep. But I think it's better if I'm with the people, because I did not look outside anyway, because it's dark.
Okay. As we get the people inside the room where they're going to be staying, how are the beds situated? Are they situated by windows, or is this room totally without windows? I'm assuming it's the second floor. It's probably got some windows.
Yeah, it's the second floor, and there are windows, and there are 2 larger beds with a window between them. So yeah, I mean, this definitely just looks like a house that somebody could be living in.
Yeah. I give them my bedroll so the 2 guys don't have to share one bed.
Corporal Woods will take it. He's like, I'll camp out on the floor so nobody else has to. And he's like, if you guys really want to all go downstairs, he's like, I can stand guard up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Inside the bedroom. Now, is there curtains on the windows, or is just window? You can just look straight outside.
There are curtains, but they're pulled back at the moment. In fact, on the outside, there are even shutters, but they are open.
Okay, I want to open the window, pull the shutters, close the window, then draw the curtains closed.
Okay.
And I want to actually move the beds away from the windows.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Like push them to the other side of the room or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm gonna sit, so I look at the window and I'm prepared to, if someone come inside the door in the room.
In
And
the
I'll
main
just,
room?
yeah, in the bedroom.
Okay.
So you take first watch again, and then after 4 hours, I'll switch with you.
I did the 3 hours, and the other one did the 3 hours, and you did the 3 hours.
Well, I only need 4 hours, and then I'm good for the day.
But I need 8 hours.
Unlike you humans who need 8.
Yeah. So why do you need to take 4 then?
Well,
I take 2.
while you guys are discussing your watch situation, downstairs there's a big booming sound at the front door.
I thought we were downstairs.
Well, if you're downstairs still at the front door, then there's like a big booming sound, like somebody or something just hit the front door. Then it stops.
I thought I was on the top. Huh.
Well, I guess they're here.
Who?
And the front door actually shakes a little bit from this.
Oh, the guys that were tailing us yesterday. Yeah, there were 6 guys on horses that were for horses. They were being very odd. So
I don't open the door.
You're going to open the door?
Yeah, I
Don't
don't
open
know
the
about
door.
a friendly or foe. I just opened the door.
They're not friendly. I yell up, Rylar, get down here. Guard, stay there.
Okay. Well, Store, as you open the door, what you find is impaled in the front of the door is a crossbow bolt. And wrapped around it is like a sheet of paper, like a scroll.
I can't take it and close the door.
Okay. It's written in common. There is a little message. And it's blunt. It basically says, send out the 3 civilians or we'll kill all of you.
Okay.
Well, that's not nice.
I'm gonna write on the other side of the paper, screw you, and I'm gonna take the bolt and put it around and and throw it out to him.
Wow. That's great.
Are there any windows on the first floor?
There are.
Okay, I go to a window to see if they're surrounding the plates.
Give me a perception roll.
13.
Okay, they do not appear to be surrounding the place, but what you can see, well, you've got dark vision, is in front of the house, from the direction where the crossbow bolt would naturally come, about 100 feet out, there are some trees, and there are figures underneath and within the trees. They're 100 feet out, and your dark vision doesn't go that far, so you can't really
So I
pick up anything.
basically see shapes.
Yeah, you see shapes.
Basically, I could tell, that shape doesn't look like tree line stuff, so
Yeah,
there's something there.
there's some movement going on.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I tell them they're hiding in the woods, so if we charge at them, they're going to get some crossbow fire on us.
I'm gonna say problem solved, and I'm gonna carry the table. Oh, if that is a table. Is that a table?
there's a table. Yeah, there's a table and chairs.
I'm gonna carry that like a towel shield.
Well, you guys are doing this stuff. A few minutes pass, and I don't even make you make a roll for it. You actually hear a chuckle, like laughter from outside. And then you hear a big, loud, kind of rough voice say, "All right, Adventurers Guild, we're going to give you one more chance. We've got your buddy Fletch out here. We broke him out of jail, and we'll trade you him for your 3 witnesses. But if you don't do the trade, we're going to hang him." And for
I'm all for bargaining, but lying, but I'm not up for lying.
Well, after he gets done saying that, you hear, Aylwin has met Fletch, hasn't he?
He was already in jail before I joined the guild.
Oh, okay. Well, then he has.
Store would know who he is,
Store
but I wouldn't.
Store knows Fletch. Store, you hear a familiar voice say, "Hey, somebody kill these pricks."
Yeah. I'm gonna tell to the elves. I have an idea. You could trace out like the 2 goals, and I could take the guard out, and we could trade. They're never gonna notice you in lady clothes.
Well, the lowest person on the totem pole gets the lady clothes. That's the way seniority works.
Got it. I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna fight him, or I'm gonna try to bargain.
If you want to go out there and make a big noise, I'll follow you.
Alright. Like Store always do, I'm gonna yell to the boss. We're gonna fight for it. A duel.
There's no dueling here. If you're going to fight, you're going to die.
But I'm gonna say fuck it to the elves, and I'm gonna take my table and say, "Are you ready?" I'm gonna run with this in front of me, and you to run after if you run. It's probably a bit of cover for you, but yeah. Please don't
I
die.
yell up, "Guard, we're going out. Uh, we're outnumbered 2-1, so stay in there. Maybe you can surprise if a guy gets up there around the
Okay.
corner." And
Okay, I'll protect everybody. Store, I will tell you with this table, it's big, it's bulky.
Yeah.
Store will have no problem carrying it, but it's so bulky that you're only going to be at half movement. I mean, this thing's bigger than even a tower shield.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If it do not hit me, I don't care.
Okay.
takes care
Let
of
you
the
know.
crossbow bolts issue.
Yeah, it can do that. So you guys are going to open the door and charge out?
Yeah.
Yeah, done
Store
with that.
leads, we follow.
Yeah, we're done with
Okay.
that. With
Well, since he's going to move out, I'm going to move onto Store's right side and have my medium shield out so I can cover his right flank as he moves out.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys throw open the front door, go ahead and give me initiative rolls.
Uh,
All
ooh,
right,
19.
12.
back to normal 6.
You got a 6?
Yeah, 3 plus 3.
Let's see. All right, the front door goes open, and Store, you get to go first, standing there with your table. You've got about 100 feet to cover to the tree line.
I move early then because of this.
Okay.
He's gonna do double movement.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm gonna yell to them, hey, I have the people behind this table. I just make sure you don't shoot them.
Let's see if they die that. They're stupid.
yeah.
Okay, Rylar, it's your turn.
I keep going along with Store, covering that right flank, looking for anybody to start getting too close.
Okay. It is actually their turn, and they don't fire, believe it or not. No arrows come in your direction. Actually, though, a torch, you see a couple of torches being lit up out in the trees. And now, Ellen, it's your turn.
I'm going to go out, close the door, and then go behind Store, looking out to his other side. I'm not
Okay.
gonna. I don't have any shields, so I'm just gonna stand behind him, but I'm gonna keep watch on the other side.
Okay. Top of the round, Store, it's your turn again.
I'm gonna move early again.
Okay.
And yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
You'll be 40 feet out from them now. And Rylar, it's your turn.
Okay, I will shift my movement. Like, I'm still near Store, but I will kind of like take a couple steps to the side to where I'm kind of still by Store, but I'm covering Elwin's back flank. Since he's covering.
Oh, okay. Okay. It will be their turn now, and since they've lit some torches, and you guys are only 40 feet out, I'll go ahead and let you know. There are 6 horses out underneath the trees, but there are 8 orcs and 1 human. And the orcs are, of course, usual, leather armor, battle axes. The human does not appear to have any weapons. He's dressed in like long robes, and they're basically lighting large torches and planting them in the ground.
Do I know the human?
The one human,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell he's human from 40 feet away since they've got the torches lit.
Is that Fletch?
No, it is not Fletch.
Okay.
However, back behind them is another horse, and sitting on top of this horse with its hands behind its back, tied behind its back, is a figure, and you can't see its face because it's got a sack pulled over its head. And it's just dressed in like a tunic and pants and boots. And Elwin, now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm still gonna keep close because what I'm thinking, I need to be closer to Hatch. What I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you're 40 feet out. We're back at the top of the round again. Store, it's all you.
I don't know. I don't know. 30 feet.
If you move 15, you're going to be 25 feet away from them. So that's still too far away to do any melee things.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 30 feet, put down the table, and say, what's the deal you want?
Okay.
The table is like a normal table now, so you just sit with it if you have chairs. But I didn't bring chairs, sorry.
Rylar, it's your turn.
Okay. While Star is doing that, I'm going to say to Elwin, they're putting those torches in the ground. Is there anything that we need to be aware of, spell-wise?
Oh, you always attack the guy on the road because he's usually the easiest to hit.
Oh, good enough.
And the guy in the robe is usually the one throwing the magic, so...
All right. Now, how far are we away from them now?
If you follow up with Store, you'll only be 10 feet away from them.
He moved 30 feet, so you're 40 feet away from the enemy.
All right. Well, since they haven't done anything yet, I guess I'll just move up next to Store again, covering his right flank.
Okay. It is now their go, and one of the orcs will say, "We don't need chairs. We're gonna make chairs out of your bones," and he will lift a crossbow up and take a shot at Store, but as soon as he pulls the trigger, because the dungeon master rolled a natural 1, the string on the crossbow breaks. So the orc curses and throws down angrily the crossbow. And at this point, the fellow in the robes, the human in the robes, he is obviously casting some kind of magic, but nothing obviously seems to happen after he does it. And now it's Elwin's turn.
The great thing about being a wood elf and a monk is how fast you can move, because I use a key point to dash as a bonus action, which means I can still do my standard action.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've moved 90 feet to go around them and untie Fletcher.
Nice.
Okay. As you run around and you come up behind them and you go up to untie Fletch. Just as you touch Fletch, poof, he and the horse and everything disappears.
I figured. You can never trust a wizard. Yeah, but now I'm behind them, so yeah.
That's
Someone
true.
attack the orc in the front, and I can go from behind. Or attack the wizard
Okay.
from the front and me from behind, and we can take him out in 2 turns.
It's now the top of the turn, so Store, it's your turn. You got a table. You want to have tea?
How far is the man in the robes?
They're kind of in a group, so he's only about 10 feet away from you.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna flip the table in the faces.
Okay. Are you trying to do damage or just disrupt them, or?
I'm trying to
Give me an
take them
attack roll.
prone. Okay.
Okay, yeah, give me an attack roll. Consider it a unproficiency, non-proficient weapon or whatever.
That is 16.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
That's a plus my strength, right? So 16
just-
or
Yeah.
Just your strength.
yeah.
Okay. You throw it sort of in the middle of them, and most of them jump out of the way, but 3 of the orcs, one of them is hit straight on, and it knocks him to the ground. He's definitely prone, and 2 of his buddies are kind of hit by the legs, and they go down too. So 3 of them are prone now and sort of tangled up with this large table, and the rest sort of moved out of the way. Right, Alara? Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna walk closer and say, "Where is Fletch? Where is he?"
Oh yeah, because he's disappeared at this point.
Yep. And Rylar, it's your go now.
All right. Taking the advice of the all-wise Elwyn, which I just actually used common sense to figure that out about attack the wizard.
Okay.
I am going to say, well, I'll look up at the sky. Well, Gond, I know you're not about war and everything, but I need to be real lucky. So I point from the sky down to the wizard and casting Sacred Flame.
Okay.
You have to make a dexterity check, please.
Okay.
DC 10, I believe it is.
Yeah, he beat it.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
Does he take half damage or no damage?
I believe it's actually no damage. Let me check.
No damage.
Okay.
Yeah, no damage.
I have that spell too. So it's low
Yeah,
damage.
the fire comes down from the heavens, and the wizard nimbly jumps out of the way of it, and it hits and scorches the ground next to him, where he had been standing a moment earlier. And now it's their go. And the wizard curses and looks up and stares at Rylar.
Oh boy.
And he's like, I can play that game too. And he points at you, and a line of fire shoots forth from his hand. And will a 21 hit you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Basically, you're struck with a firebolt for only 2 points of damage.
Okay. That still hurts.
And
first level.
oh yeah, the 3 prone orcs who are on the ground will use their turn to stand up, and they're all kind of angry. So they chop up the table as they're doing this. They're taking their big battle axes and chopping the table as they're standing. And the other 5 orcs, 2 of them are going to run back behind the wizard and kind of take up sort of guard positions, like they're guarding the wizard. And 3 others are going to run forwards towards Store and they're going to those three are going to swing battle axes at Store. Well, 12 misses, another 12 misses, but a 22 will hit. So Store, you get hit with a big battle axe for 8 points of damage.
That's fine.
And it's now Elwin's turn.
So I'm going to go up and trying to... I wonder what would be worse. Trying to take up...
Let me tell you this before your action. In fairness, I should tell you this. None of them seem to have paid any attention to you, Elwin. Either they haven't seen you or they're disregarding you. So all their backs are to you.
Okay. So I'm going to punch one of the orcs in the back twice.
Okay. Of the groups of orcs, is it one of the two on the wizard, one of the three standing up, or one of the ones fighting?
One on the wizard, because I'm going for the wizard.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
That's a 19 and a 10.
The 19 will hit.
That's 7 points of damage.
Oh, he's hurt, and he definitely knows you're there now. Anything else? Any bonus actions or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Store, it's the top of the round. You got three orcs trying to bash your skull in.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack one of those. And 19 to hit.
That hits.
That is 14. Yeah, 14 damage.
Okay. You skewer him pretty good, but he's still standing, just barely.
Okay. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to heal. To use second wind to heal a bit.
Okay.
And 9 damage.
Rylar? Okay, you're healed up then.
Yeah.
Rylar, it's your turn.
Okay. Did Store say that he hit the second orc, or is he applying both hits on one?
He just hit one orc.
Okay. The one that's to the right of him, I'm going to engage that one.
Okay.
You probably could help the monk who's taking on 2 orcs and the wizard by himself.
Well, now, did we notice that he dashed? I mean, like, I'm sure that we saw him dash that way, but do we actually see him? Like, amongst all the confusion that's going on right now.
Give me a perception roll with advantage because there are torches lit and stuff. So
I am not perceptive.
You don't see him, but talk is a free action. I mean, if he yells out, "Hey, come over here and help the monk."
Hey, let's tag team.
Well, that didn't sound weird at all. Yeah, I will. Now, can I move my full movement rate and still get to strike at the wizard, or will I still be sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're all fairly close together.
Okay, I will go and attack the wizard then.
Okay, roll the hit.
And that is gonna suck. That was just an 8 total. Yep, 8 total.
Yeah, that'll miss. And the wizard suddenly gets a big grin on his face.
Man.
Because it's his turn. Let's see. And he casts a spell. He's gonna point right at you, Rylars, and she decided to be bold enough to run right up to him. And lightning shoots from his fingers and hits you 3 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Now, the bad thing is, after this lightning comes from the end of his fingers and hits you and does its damage, it's still there. The lightning's continuous. It's not stopping.
All right.
Let's see. The orcs, the 2 on the monk will, or the 2 will turn around and face the monk and swing at him. And one will miss, and the other will hit for 5 points of damage.
Mm.
And the 3 on store, miss. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Yay!
Mm.
For a total of 17 points of damage.
Only.
And the other 3 orcs who were chopping up the chair now see they're free, and they're going to run towards store. And that'll be a miss, and that one will be a hit. So store takes 9 more points of damage. Hope you got a healing potion.
Nope.
All right, Elwin, it's your turn. It's been a rough round so far.
Yeah. I am. As a bonus action, I'm going to use my final key point to use dodge as a free action,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack the orc again with my 2 fists.
All right.
I got an 8 and a natural 1.
Does the 8 include your bonuses?
Yeah, it's a natural
Okay.
3 and a natural 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you miss him, but it's the top of the round, and store, it's your turn again. You're pretty much surrounded by 6 orcs, one of which is in very bad shape.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast my Divine Favor on myself, so I do 1d4 holy damage or radiation damage more
Okay.
on my melee attacks. And I'm gonna attack the weak one first.
Okay.
19 plus 25.
Oh, yeah, you hit him.
10 damage.
Oh, he goes down.
13 damage.
Oh, yeah, he definitely goes down.
Yeah.
Basically, the end of your pike goes through his head.
And I'll use my action surge to hit another one.
Okay.
That is 16, 12, but I use my position attack to get a d8 on it.
Okay.
16.
That'll hit.
Yeah, because 12 did not hit in my world. 12 damage to that guy.
He's still standing, but he's in real bad shape too now. Rylar, it's your turn.
Okay.
There's still electricity feeding into your body.
Right. I'm going to have to heal myself. I have no choice now.
If you move, does the electricity move with you, or is it just shooting out at one point?
It's shooting into him. If your monk has Arcana as a skill, you can roll it.
No, he does not have Arcana.
Okay. So Rylar healed himself?
Yeah, I actually got really lucky and rolled full on the die, so I'm back up to full.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate thing is now that it's their turn,
Yeah.
you take one more point of electrical damage.
Okay.
And he's basically, it's the Emperor from Return of the Jedi. He's sitting there, his hands are pointed at you, and,
Right.
he's slowly frying you.
Right.
So you took one more point of damage.
Yeah. He's going Palpatine style on me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Elwyn, the two orcs that are facing you. Well, that's a miss, and that's a miss.
Yeah.
Now, Store, who still has 5 orcs on him. That's a miss, and that's a miss. That's okay. One of them misses. He swings so wide that he twists himself around and falls on his butt, so he's prone. And another one misses, and one more. 17 misses, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's their action, and it's Elwyn's turn now.
So, I'm gonna try and hit again.
Okay.
That's pretty much all monks can do. I got a modified 20 and a natural 1 again.
The 20 will hit.
Mm. 5 points of bashing.
Okay, you hit him. He's still hurt. Top of the round, Store, it's you.
The die is prone. Is the die I hit on earlier, or?
No, it's a different one. He's fresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit on the die is prone.
Okay, so you've got an advantage on him.
Yeah. 19, I'm pretty sure I hit.
That'll hit.
Plus 6. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him, and I try to disarm him too.
Okay.
That is 12, 15, 19 damage.
Oh, 19 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
No, you disarmed him all right.
Yeah. Go to disarm him and basically tear his armor off.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my turn.
Okay. Rylar.
Okay, getting accosted by this crazy amount of electricity, I push forward and swing at the wizard again, hopefully to hit.
Okay.
And I'm not going to.
What'd you get?
A total of 5 on the die.
Yeah, I know that unfortunately is not enough. He's laughing in your face now.
I would be too.
You take 3 more points of electrical damage as he jumps around you and the bolts keep flying. The 2 orcs that are on Aelwyn are going to swing. I'm pretty sure a 21 will hit.
Yeah.
1 misses, but 1 hits. The 1 hits for 13 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
Are you really?
Yeah, I had 13 health.
Oh, God.
Okay. Let's see, there's some on store. There's still 4 on store. Miss. 2's a miss. Miss and miss. And since Elwin's down, it'll be the top of the round, so Store, it's your go.
I don't know, I hit on the used one,
Uh,
the hurt one.
don't I have to make a death saving throw?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, 4.
Okay.
I don't know, attack the one who is, what you call it,
Okay.
hit. Oh, fuck! A wizard 20. Ah.
Well, that would hit.
Yeah, that is 12 damage.
He goes down.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna. Can I move without the opportunity test a little bit closer to the monk?
You can, but the guys around you would get attacks of opportunity.
Nah, so I'm not gonna move then.
Before we get to Rylar, Store and Rylar, give me perception checks.
14.
Okay.
I'm actually quite perceptive this time. 22.
Okay. Both of you here, coming from the north down the dirt road you traveled earlier, there are horse hooves. Somebody is riding like crazy, like full speed in your all's direction. They're still a little ways off, but they're coming towards you really, really quickly. And Rylar, now it's your turn.
All right. Man. All right. Seeing my guild member down. Now, is the 2 orcs and everything close to me to where they would have attacks of opportunity?
No.
Okay, I'm going to move and I'm going to actually cast Cure Light Wounds on Elwin to get him back on his feet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, yeah. I'll just roll it here in Dice Stream for you. See, that is 5 total heal back.
Okay. It is now the bad guy's turn. And unfortunately, Elwin, you take another point of electrical damage.
Okay.
And the
Still alive.
wizards...
Still alive. Barely, but I'm still alive.
And the orcs around Store, there's still 3 standing. That'll be a miss. That's a miss. Oh, gosh. And another one swings, and he got a natural 1, and he basically drops down to one knee. He exhausted himself too much with that swing, so he's prone now. And the other 2 that are on the monk are... One of them is going to take a swing at the monk, but he misses. And the other one's going to back away a little bit towards the wizard. And he's saying something in Orcish, if anybody speaks Orcish.
Nope.
I speak giant.
You rolled the wrong die. You rolled a d6 when Cure Wounds is a d8.
Yeah, I noticed that right when after I rolled
Oh,
it.
okay.
If you want me to re-roll it, I will, sir.
Go ahead, and whichever one's higher.
Okay. Let's see. Plus 3 to that.
Oh, 1. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1 point can be the difference between life and death.
Yes, it can. Elwin, you're awake, but you're prone.
I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
And the guy that moved closer to the wizard, was that the guy that I was attacking?
Yes. The wounded one.
Hmm. If I move, does the other one get attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to keep. I want to keep attacking the guy because I'm whittling him down.
Okay. Go ahead then.
Yes, I actually got 2 good ones. 24 and 19.
Roll for damage.
Oh, crap. That's 9 total.
That does it. Your fists fly and crack him against the jaw, and his head jerks to one side, and you hear his neck snap, and he goes falling down to the ground. Storage, your turn again.
I'm gonna tap the prone die.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
25 to.
That hits.
I'm gonna try to disarm him.
Okay.
Oh boy, he's gonna die then.
16 damage.
Yep.
How much?
16.
Oh, yeah. You go to disarm him, and basically your pike goes through his arm and hits a major artery. Rylar, it's your turn again.
Yeah, I'll never look at disarming the same way again now. I thought you were supposed to knock the weapon out of their hand, not cut off the whole entire arm. Yeah, I guess I was wrong, but hey, it's effective. All right, swinging at the wizard, hoping to hit.
Okay.
And of course, I'm not doing that. That is a 9 total.
No, that will be a miss. And now it's the bad guy's turn. There's still 2 orcs on store. That's a miss and a miss. The one orc will swing. One orc is still standing back by Rylar and Aelwyn. He will swing his axe at Aelwyn, and I'm pretty sure a 10 will miss.
Yeah.
And the wizard, at this point, he stops his witch bolt, so Rylar is no longer taking damage.
Yay!
And let's see. He is going to try to retreat, to back away from Rylar and Aelwyn.
Yeah.
And Aelwyn, it's your turn again.
Did he disengage?
No, he did not disengage. He has
So
not.
then
You're still, yeah.
Then Rylar would get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Actually, Aelwyn, you would too, since you were, you were right
20.
there.
Natural 20.
Okay. That's nice.
I got a 17.
That'll hit him.
I think mage armor was like 14 or 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 6. Okay, now how do you handle critical hits, sir? You just double the damage rolled?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that is a total of, say, 6, so total 12 damage then.
Okay.
So, my fist manages to knock him for 7 damage.
Okay. He grunts and is hurting now quite a bit. And as you guys hit him, okay, Aelwyn, it's your full turn now then.
Okay. So
He's in pretty bad shape, but
Um, how far away is he from me?
10 feet.
Okay. I am going to chug my healing potion that I have. Because I have a potion of cure wounds.
Okay.
Which is going to give me 5 plus 2, 7 health. Which puts me back up to 13.
Okay.
And I'm going to risk the orc and take my move action and try and move in front of the wizard.
Okay. The orc will miss you. So you're in front of the wizard now. And
I say, where do you think you're going? I don't like to be tricked.
top of the round, store. You still got 2 orcs on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap the one. Ah, and that one. But
Okay. You miss him. Rylar, it's now your turn.
Okay, am I engaged in melee combat with the other orc, or can I move?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
The wizard's 10 feet away.
Okay, that's cool. That's what I wanted anyway. I didn't want the orc to be.
Well, the orc that I dropped moved to get closer to the wizard. He was on the other side of the wizard, so wouldn't the orc be out of range to swing at him?
Oh, yeah, you're right. The one that moved would drop. Yeah, he would be out of range. You're right.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I just actually wanted to know. So, since Elwyn is actually trying to converse, he's probably trying to get information. I'm going to intervene between the.
Oh no, I'm just telling him you're not getting away that easy.
Oh, okay.
Drop him.
I'm gonna try to bash him in the back of the head then. All right. Natural 20.
Okay, roll for damage.
Oh goodness. And max damage on the dice. Total of 8.
He drops. Which is actually very lucky for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even need advantage for flanking.
Oh man. I just totally lame sauce the whole time, and then I come through at the end.
Yeah. You missed him like 3 times or something like that, and then
it was like
got
4
him there
or something like that.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Okay,
all
so
right. Yay.
Now it's their turn. There's 2 on store. 1 misses. The other one misses too. And the 1 orc that's left off by himself, he's going to run over to Elwyn and swing his battle axe, but he misses too. So now it's Elwyn's turn.
So I'm going to look over to Rylar and say, let's finish him off. And I am going to move in front of him because it seems like he's better from behind.
Okay.
And I'm going to launch 2 fists at him.
Okay.
Oh, that is a 7 and an 8.
And those will miss. Top of the round, store. It's your turn again.
yeah, I'm gonna try to attack for one of those. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Try to disarm him. The last disarm I have.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Another arm lost.
That is 16.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's another orc arm goes flying. And there's 1 orc standing left, and he's kind of like, his eyes are wide, and he's kind of shaking in his boots now.
Yeah.
And Rylar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna say, do you know I'm the store, the Orc Slayer?
All right, I got an 18 on the hit and a total of 6 damage on the damage swing.
On the orc, okay.
Yeah.
You hit him. He's still standing, and there's only 2 orcs left. One facing Store, and he'll swing, and he misses. The other one is going to try
facing
to...
me.
Yeah, he's going to face you and try to swing at you. And does a 17 hit Elwyn?
Yeah, it's just over.
Okay. For 7 points of damage.
Ooh. So I'm back down to 6.
Ouch.
And now it's Elwyn's turn again.
I am gonna hit him, or try to. Punch. Ooh, that is a 23 and a 17.
Both hit.
Now just trying not to roll minimal damage. Oh, shouldn't have said that. I rolled 2 1s, so that's 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
He's still on his feet. He looks very, very bad. All right, Store, it's you. You've got one very nervous-looking orc in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know that him. That is 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh my god. Don't. Yeah, maybe I can.
If anybody
I gotta re-roll my 1 on my die.
Oh, and your weapon, yeah.
Yeah. So that is.
if anybody understands orc, he screamed out, "Don't disarm me."
11 damage.
11? That's all?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still up, and he's looking very much relieved all of a sudden, but he is hurt pretty bad. Rylar, it's your turn.
He said, "Oh, thank the orc gods, he didn't say disarm." All right, trying to take out this other orc. And 17. Will 17 hit, sir?
That's hit. That's
All
a
right.
hit.
Oh, of course, minimal damage. 3 points of damage.
Doesn't matter. He had 1 hit point left.
So
Awesome.
if I rolled something higher than a 1, I would have put him down.
Yeah, basically. So your mace catches him in the back of the head, and he drops. And it's now their turn, and there's the 1 orc left, and there's a wetness rolling down his leg. He's going to take a swing at Store, and let's see. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So he hits for 11 points of damage.
That's fine.
And now it would be Elwyn's turn, and Elwyn's free.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go over to the guy.
It's mine!
I'm gonna. We need 1 alive, and I'm going to try behind him. I'm going to try and knock him unconscious with non-lethal.
Okay. Go for it.
So that's 16 and 13.
They both hit.
So I don't get a penalty for doing non-lethal since I'm a monk. And that's 10 points of non-lethal.
Okay. He goes down. And you guys, all your enemies, your immediate enemies, are dead. You still hear a horse riding really hard in your direction.
I take out my rope and I tie up the orc.
Okay.
I want to stab the orc.
Well, we need a witness to say who hired him.
You know what is a good orc? Is a dead orc.
Well, the only human was a wizard, and you can't keep a wizard because they always escape.
Yeah, in fact, right before you killed or took him down, his very next action was going to be Misty Step and then Lightning Bolt. So
I went ahead and used up my last slot to cast Cure Light Wounds on myself, so I'm back on the full now.
okay. So
I'm gonna heal myself then with my healing feet.
okay,
That is a D6.
and eventually, it's kind of dark. Those with dark vision will see it first. There is a horse barreling towards you guys. There's a smallish figure on its back. As it nears the torchlight, the rider will pull the horse up short and ride slowly into the light. Storr will definitely recognize this figure. Aelwyn might. It's a young man by the name of Riverwood, who is technically he's a page, but he's kind of a gopher guy for the guild in Illumina. And you can tell the horse is slathering. It's been ridden really hard, and even Riverwood looks kind of nervous. And he rides up to basically the bodies, and he's kind of looking around. He's like, "Is everybody okay?"
You just missed the battle by a couple minutes.
Okay, well, good. Everybody's on our side's alive then.
We need to check the house.
We just
I
got...
went down, but came back up again because we had someone who could cure people. So.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yay for him.
We just got news like an hour ago at the Guild Hall in Illumina. A rider came from the town guards in Ando Tyrion, and they found Corporal Woods' body. His throat had been slit, and his wife had been killed.
Oh, crap. I dash into the place.
I don't know loot the bodies. They're probably dead.
I am 90 feet of elf running into that place.
Okay. You get in, you run upstairs, and the door is shut and locked.
Can I punch it down?
Yeah.
I don't think I can break it down, but I'm definitely going to try my 2 punches to break it open.
You don't even have to roll for it. Even if you didn't get it the first time, you hit it 2 or 3 times, and it'll burst open. The back window is now open, and laid out on the ground is Alana, the older woman, and Rex, the older man, and they have both been butchered, pretty much, stabbed multiple times each. And on one of the beds, you see a suit of leather armor, a dagger and a short sword, and a helmet. And laying on top of the armor is a black rose.
Would I understand the meaning of Black Rose?
What skills do you have?
I have acrobatics, stealth, religion, medicine, and perception.
If you want to give me a general intelligence roll, you can. You probably wouldn't recognize it, but
7.
no.
As
It's
he
just kind of
does,
creepy.
as he does that, I finally get there huffing and puffing, about ready to vomit. So I was trying to keep up with him, which I knew was totally impossible, but I was trying my best. and I come up and I see all this carnage, and I just Rylar stands there very quiet.
Yeah, these people died fast trying to defend themselves. From anybody who's an experienced fighter can tell, or experienced combatant can tell that. But it's also obvious they stood no chance against their opponent.
I go back down and I go tell the page. We unfortunately lost them because of a misguided attempt of relying on the guard to protect them if we fell.
Riverwood is like, okay.
And tell the guildmasters that we have a prisoner.
Okay. I'll. Jeez.
I can be a witness if you like.
Pinka said it will either be magic or changeling or something, possibly. But, okay, I'll go back and tell them, are you guys, there's no reason to stay here now at the safe house, though I guess you can if you want to. You guys want to bring the orc to the guild hall in Illumina? Or...
Yeah, we'll stick him in the cart and take him.
Okay.
I don't
I'll
know.
write on.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Riverwood says I'll write on ahead and tell Pinkus and everybody what's happened.
We need to inform the next of kin and make sure their bodies are taken care of.
Yeah, I'm sure the guild will take care of that.
Yeah.
More than likely. They're not going anywhere for the time being, unfortunately. And he will turn and ride his horse away. Not as fast now, because the animal needs rest for one thing. And I heard something about some looting.
Yeah.
All together, among all the orcs, you'll find 34 gold pieces. And on the wizard, you will find a spell book, if anybody's interested in it.
We can take it to the guild, and someone who wants it can take it.
Yeah.
I have to draw pictures in the spell book.
Well,
And,
another wizard can study from it and learn spells that they don't know from it.
Or toilet paper.
and
You can
on
use the blank pages.
there's blank pages. And on the wizard, you also find another 10 gold.
A what?
10
So,
gold
44 gold.
altogether. And
Yeah.
you also find on the wizard a very nice ornate dagger with like a gold hilt.
Oh, I don't know.
And he has a set of gaming dice on him.
Ooh. Made out of gold?
No, they're not made out of gold, but they're nicer gaming
Bone. I see.
dice.
Okay.
No, they're not bone. They're like a reddish wood. And the dots on them are actually painted white.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna take the data while the other ones is going up to the house.
okay.
And I'm gonna share a gold with them. I'm a nice guy.
No, the bodies in the house do not have any money on them.
Okay. No, I say I'm gonna share the gold with them. With the guys when they're up to the house.
And I tell Store you shouldn't loot your fallen comrades. And I say because you're higher, because you've been in the guild longer, you get the extra gold piece. So you get 15 gold, and the rest of us get 14 gold.
15? Okay.
Okay. And after that, are you guys going to take the unconscious orc, to the guild?
Yeah, sure.
When you're paying guild fees, when it comes out to percentage, do they just round up, or do you pay them in silver?
Usually most people just round up, but if you want to pay in silver, it's not an issue.
Yeah, because gotta pay him 3.9 gold. Store has to pay 4.
My God.
As they all, kind of, debate about what needs to be done, I'm still up in the room with the bodies, and I kind of fall to one knee and I just do a little prayer to God. I was like, well, they wasn't fortunate enough to have good luck in this life. Hopefully they'll have good luck and fortune in the after.
Yes.
And I get up and I solemnly, kind of sullenly just walk out, kind of like down a little bit, not saying nothing, back downstairs.
Okay. Not going to say a prayer over the orc bodies, I take it.
No. Actually, I go back outside. If anybody goes outside, you'll see me kicking the body of the wizard.
Okay.
Well, should we burn the dead orcs or not? Or should we just... Can we just leave them here?
You can. I mean, you're within city territory, but you're outside of the walls of the city and even across the river, so it's not like... I mean, it's not likely somebody's going to complain, and it is guild property for that matter.
We'll let the guild decide. If they want us to burn bodies, we can come back at a different time and stack them.
Put them in the river.
Then that's just polluting the river.
Yeah.
No
one wants orc blood in their water.
Yeah, that's true, but
It's just easy. It's not us that didn't do it. Did you know anything about this? No, I don't know.
Okay. So
we'll let the guild masters decide what to do with them.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys go into Illumina with a cart. You've got this unconscious orc in the back. When you get to the...
I'm gonna slap him just for fun.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna slap him just for fun. To wake him up because I want to kill him. And if he
with my
says
50 feet of rope, did I tie his arms and his legs so they can't move?
Oh yeah, he's not going anywhere with 50 foot of rope. He's almost a mummy. You guys get in back to the guild hall and you see Riverwood's tired horses tied up out front.
Well, we can go back because there's 3 horses back there.
Or you could
just ride them.
Yeah, or tie them on the back of the cart and there were 6 horses.
If we can bring the horses back, that'd be the best thing because if people can use them, they can use them, or we can sell them.
Oh yeah, I don't keep a horse. Can I do that?
Oh, horses are just money because you gotta stable them, feed them, groom them.
Yeah, but I want a horse.
You can have a horse.
I name him Simba.
Okay. Now these are like riding horses, so it's not like a war horse or anything.
Right horse.
Yeah, well, considering how athletic and fast my monk is, he's not really. He doesn't really think he wants a horse because he can move as fast as one. So
Yeah. Okay, you guys get back to the Aluminum Guild Hall, and as you're pulling up, like I said, you see the horse and a couple of sort of just like employees, workers there, including Riverwood, come out, and basically they're going to take over the horses for you guys. You know, they'll stable them for the night and this, that, and the other thing. And the wagon and stuff. And they'll want to know, do you want to take the orc inside, or do you want us to take him, or what do you want to do with him?
Just whatever you do with prisoners, you do with prisoners. I don't know. This is the first time I've captured someone for the guild.
We don't normally take prisoners, usually.
Okay, so kill him now.
We need someone to. We need to find out who hired him, so we know who was. So, because they.
Well, Federo is inside. If you guys want to leave him with him, I'm sure he can use some magic or something to get this guy to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. While they were conversating, you seen Rylar walk over to the tied up orc, and he has his mace out. He's like, "Please give me a reason to bash his head in." And then he hears, "Oh, you gotta take him in." He's like, "Oh," puts his mace back on his hip, and he walks away. Like, dang it.
I'm gonna take the orc's foot. I'm gonna pull him and walk up the stairs so he not his head on all the stairs.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
He won't be dead, but he will be unconscious again by the time you get him into the guild hall. And you'll see the guild master Federo is there now, who you last saw in Endotirion a few days ago. And he comes forward in his robes, and he definitely looks sad. He's like, I heard the news, and it's unfortunate.
It's my fault. I told what I thought was a guard to protect them in case we fell, and I guess that's what they were hoping for.
But don't blame yourself. You couldn't have known. I mean, we didn't have any idea until a rider came and told us they'd found the man's body. I've discussed it with Pincus, and we'll try to look into who this killer was.
Well, when we went up there, he ditched all what he was wearing and he left a black rose, if that means anything to you.
He left a black rose.
Yeah.
It might mean something, perhaps. I'll have to look into it for sure.
Yeah.
But,
well, we got this orc. If we can make him talk and get all the information we can out of him before we deal with him.
You've got a living orc. He's not dead.
Well, he was almost dead. He's unconscious now.
I'm just surprised he's alive since Store was on the adventure.
I got to him before Store did.
Okay. Let me think. We don't really have a... Oh, okay. We've got a closet with a heavy door we can lock him in for now, and I'll set guards on it. I'll get a couple of members to stand guard on it, and either we can question him later, or you guys can have him for a while if you want to question him.
I'm not really good at questioning, and I heard you have magic that can make him talk. So,
Well, I don't know about that, but I do have some magic I can use in different ways. Um, and maybe Pincus and some of the others can do a few things also, but we should be able to get in the top one way or the other.
yeah. Well, he's tied up with 50 feet of rope, so
Um,
he's not moving.
okay. Well, he'll come over and kind of stand over the orc, and then he waves his hands, and Pharaoh casts a spell, and he's like, "You can untie him now. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Just you can have your rope back," and it's like you can just drag him, throw him in that closet over there. There's a good heavy door, and it's actually it's a walk-in closet. I mean, it's kind of big, but there's not much in there. He's like, throw him in there, shut and lock the door behind him, and like I said, well, I'll put a couple of other members to guard it.
I'm gonna throw him literally inside the room. So high I can if possible.
Give me an attack roll. If you hit and do damage, he's dead.
Roll low.
8 plus 4, I think. 12.
That would actually just miss him. So you throw him in there, but he doesn't take any damage. So you got lucky on that one. I guess an orc is an improvised weapon.
Yeah, I use that.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen someone use an orc as a weapon.
Usually it's kobolds because they're smaller and you can throw them further. But
Yeah.
okay.
You didn't see how strong the guy was.
Oh well, that can make a difference too. Well, Federo will. He'll let you know he's more sad that these innocents died than just the fact that they can't help the guild. But that's not good news either. But he'll thank each of you for your help tonight, and he'll give each of you another 10 gold, which you don't have to worry about making payments out of. I mean, they're paying you.
Okay. So,
And
so the next after I meditate and during my activities of the next day, I'm going to get change and pay the guild 3 gold and 9 silver.
okay, that's not a problem. And as far as that night goes, Federo will offer to heal anybody who's hurt badly.
Oh yeah, I definitely need some healing.
Yeah, he'll do enough. I'm not going to roll for all of it, but he'll do enough cure wound spells and healing touches and things like that that you guys can be back up to full by the time you leave that night. And that's pretty much it for tonight's adventure. It was a relatively short one, but if there's anything you guys want to do or anything, just let me know.
I'm going to message Charles and give him the gold I'm putting in the bank.
Okay.
I gonna save Blitz. No, I'm not trying to do that.
Rylar is going to, as the guild master comes up to him to pay the gold to him, he refuses. He says, I failed my mission. I don't deserve any gold. Gold should be paid to people that can fully complete their missions. And he says, I don't mean no disrespect. It's just my code that I live by. And he walks away.
I'm gonna say I could take the gold for you.
No, that's okay. If he wants to turn it down, that's one thing.
And I'm gonna invite my party members to a tavern and drink some ale.
Okay,
You say
so
drinks on me.
What?
jeez.
Did you say drinks on Ellen? Because I'm not
No,
paying
no,
anything.
I said, so we should drink some drinks. No,
Mm.
I gotta pay one for each. I'm not a
Okay.
millionaire.
Um, Store, you kept the one horse, you said?
Yeah,
Okay. The next day, Riverwood will hunt you guys out, and he'll basically say, the cart and the 2 draft horses belong to the guild, so they kept those. And Store kept his horse, but there were still 5 horses left over, 5 riding horses. Did anybody want any of those?
Nope.
Okay.
I will go
Well,
ahead and take one.
okay. So you've got a riding horse now. The guild will sell the rest of the horses off, and they're going to go ahead and take their cut out of it. But after that, each of you will still get 100 gold apiece.
yeah, man. That's good.
Yeah, they could have kept the horses, but like I said, they got their cut out of it too.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, all right, that's tonight. Anybody else want to do anything?
Mm.
No.
Maybe
Okay.
I want to silver my pipe, but I think I just write to Charles about that.
Your pike's not silvered.
Yeah, I want to make it out silver.
That's just 100 gold.
Okay.
That's Yeah, you can do that. I mean, it might take a couple of days, but it wouldn't take all that long. And yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
I don't do that.
Get the tip silvered or whatever. Yeah, it's a flat 100 gold since you've already got the pike. And I know I know Store's had enough armor and metalwork that you probably know armor smiths and weaponsmiths throughout aluminum, I'm sure. But okay, well, I'll thank you guys for playing tonight, and any viewers, present or future, thanks for watching, and I will sign off now.